Okay. Yeah, last time we were here, actually make it bottle, neck, and belly. Um, so this is really important, I think, make the axis here because once you have this one, you can compare this side how much further from the center line from the axis and how much this side. So according to the center line, then you can do the same on both sides. That's why the center line, the axis is very important. Yeah,
Hmm.
again, this is kind of a experience from Asian people, not from me actually. This kind of wisdom to draw better, to draw things better. All right. Yeah, the top get three line, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit on top because you want to make these maybe a little bit confusing, but you can figure that out um, later. Where is where? Okay, I'm actually drawing the middle of the curve. Okay, the middle is a little higher here, a little shorter here, and I'm doing this everywhere. Yeah, I don't have to, but I just want to make myself convenient and clear.
Hmm.
You can try that too, to make these three curve right. Yeah. And we can do that kind of curve by drawing the oval. This is the oval too over here. Yeah, the top of the bottle a little bit lean, a little bit lean that way. And then you can draw the curve. Again, the center line play essential role that you can make both sides equal. Without it, I couldn't do equally. You will find same so hard
Yeah.
to do equally. and do the top little curve, smallest curve on top. After doing these curve from small to bigger, you will see the bottle is better and looks reasonable. Otherwise, you can try the curve all the same and then look at it again, you will see awkward. You see something wrong. You can feel about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit some narrower bottleneck. Kind of so you or beer bottle. I remember so you bean. Okay, the shape is not really big deal um, because we don't have to focus on this part. The biggest part is some rules, the 3 rules, and also how to shade it later. Okay, so don't push yourself too hard to do the shape, but just make the idea behind right. Yeah, you can erase these things now. No longer really need those center lines, some outlines, and usually people doing stuff like this on the easel, and um, people really can copy the drawing or the real still life, put on the table and you draw it. So um, the paper should be bigger. In the art studio usually to do this, but the rules are the same. We are doing it's kind of a rough drawing sketch, but you will learn everything you needed. And just roughly the shape like this, and then you can erase this line. Yeah, you can show me how you're doing with that. I can probably give you some rough idea about it. Good job. Perfect. Nice. Okay. Um, yeah, just a little tip for here, I think. Shorter on top here and wider on the bottom. That's little, you probably sleep your mind on that part when you're doing. but overall, very good. So it doesn't matter your bottle is fatter than mine. Doesn't really matter. So keep going. The shape is very symmetrical and the curve are right. That's all we need. And this is a kind of sticker here. Drawing the sticker on the bottle. And you need to notice this curve, even for the sticker, this curve is flatter, this curve is steeper, okay, wider.
Mm.
It's closer to the bottom. So this is repeating this kind of theory all the time. You'll get a right shape. Yeah, double line. Yeah, you will probably feel good about yours so far. And you're quite good in artistic talent, I could say. Quickly, you can really do well for that. Yeah, you can. You just may not be too much training on you, but you have basic foundation. That's your talent. So you can do it. Just you haven't learned before. Actually, before I worked for an institution to train people to pass that application for university admission. That time, people all mostly are in your age, and they just within a week or month, just cramming for passing to from zero, from nothing. They didn't know anything drawing, but so quickly they learn every day and just quickly learn from the beginning, and they can do it. You know, some people really got the admission. Some people really can draw, look professionally. That's really impressed me for such short time. They just suddenly decide want to go to a design or artistic university, and you got it. So you can see people have potential.
Mm.
Doesn't mean they can't. It means they just they didn't have chance before. Of course, there's some people really cannot do, and they can also do a little bit, but by the end they give up. But those people I didn't see much, those kind of people. But most of them they can really do. To me, seems 99% people can do pretty well. It really surprised me. I practiced this for a long time. Even from when I elementary school, 5 years old, 6, 7, I was always doing drawing thing,
Mm.
training all the time, so many years, and then it'll be natural for me, but for them, I'm so surprised. Okay, this is kind of tablecloth. I'm drawing this line, it's just for tablecloth. And this is the shadow of the bottle. The bottle shadow need to like tangent, need to have tangent with the bottle curve. You cannot just do things like go here.
Mm.
I remember last time someone did that, maybe for the cylinder, but this shouldn't be this hitting this here. but it's just tangent from there. Try to imagine the shadow will really get naturally contact with the bottom. Okay, and you can keep doing, and this is kind of top packaging thing. I'll get a little bit curve on the curving surface. And just roughly drawing some sketch like shading on this darkest area. That comes to a general rule. One, where do you want to do first to shade? See the result? So usually do the darkest part, okay? If that is darkest part, you can do that. And do this part and this part darkest and the shadow darkest. Just do a little bit, not in one shot. You can just do a little bit everywhere, basically starting from the darkest place. Yeah, I'm really quick to go over the sketch. Actually, people training will finish 4 shapes and then do some shapes, group of shapes, and then do this one. And next one is human face, which is more difficult. And then maybe painting thing. Yeah. Okay, just get it shading a little bit gradually changed from this side to the middle to the left side. The left side is shining side. And just get a little bit shading here. Probably you can see like sketch pencil. I don't know if you know these things. Sketch pencil is a little bit a group of pencil, usually several of those, and they marked usually on here says HB is like middle darkness, and then there's a B that will get darker, and 2B get even darker, and 3B until maybe 8B. The darker, the softer, the thicker maybe sometimes. You don't have to be thicker. But the other side will be H. H probably mean hard, which is harder and lighter. 1H, 2H, 3H, something like that. And HB is in the middle. Hotter and lighter. Lighter is useful too. Sometimes you make a outline or something, you don't want to see it very clearly. But the darker one is very useful. For this one, this little practice, we just use HB. That's all fine. You can push harder to get darker. Similar thing, not as convenient as 2B, 3B, 5B. It is fine. And this side, of course, is darker and getting lighter. So you go along this kind of curve. Go along this kind of curve. Okay, this curve is getting like this. And if you can go curving, that'll be good. yeah, you can erase the other side, make it a little bit lighter, the curve, because that's supposed to be the liquid, the surface mark of the liquid thing. And leave the left side brighter, okay? Keep left side brighter. Yeah, keep it even open, nothing. Let's draw nothing on this part, this highlight area. Keep brighter here too. And actually I'm getting darker for some part. Maybe this is the second layer. Yeah, and just make it naturally changed. A little bit gradually changed there. And the bottom, okay. Don't forget about bottom. It's the important part of a drawing or painting. So yeah, and this, and also background. It's really make your drawing coming out differently. And this side is kind of a background. And do the same darkness. And again, the background is a little bit darker, so you need to get that comparison done. Oh, no, I think inside is darker, right? Let me show the result. Yeah, the inside is a little darker. Okay, let me mention a little bit this thing. Okay, see here, it is darker, but the background, it's not white. If that is white, will feel totally different. You can probably try that. If that is white on the background, it feel like a very strong comparison between the bottle and the background. I feel like yeah, shocking people. It's kind of like so outstanding. That's why when you try to darken the background a little bit, you'll feel comfortable. You'll feel something right. You really feel something right. That's why sometimes you need to kill white. You need to find where is the white part and then turn that off by getting a little bit hatching on the background. So yeah, I'm probably repeating, telling you again sometime later. Come to the painting. So don't make the contrast. You will pay attention between the contrast between here and there, background and the object itself. So that's important to know. Okay, almost done here. So we can get a little bit darker than the background. Yeah. And probably you will wonder, okay, why I'm doing a little piece of this background and didn't do here. And why I'm doing this little shadow here. Because you need to put everything down first and then compare with each other all the time. You have to put something there and then you compare and then you can stress on your comparison. So where is darker needed and you can add it, where is lighter, you can erase a little bit, something, just put everything a little bit here and there, everywhere. And then you can make comparison. As I said, drawing or painting is all about comparison.
Mm.
Only one word. Art is about comparison, maybe, the whole thing. But the comparison is so important. You're training your own eyes to see through the comparison. Yeah, that's next detailed thing you need to train your eyes or mind. Yeah, compare these two, for example, the bottle and the shadow, which is darker. Because the bottle is darker material than the table, that's why the comparison here is the bottle is a little bit darker than the shadow. Other time, opposite. And even the sticker, it's getting from darker to lighter. And you know, this is good example. The material is different because the bottom material may be dark green and the sticker is white. That's why it's brighter now. Yeah, this is called a sketch. Why is very important compared to the painting, because this is kind of like you didn't get confused or influenced by the color, but only focus on the darkness difference. You focus on darkness difference alone, and you can understand simply, okay, simply understand darkness change, the subtle change everywhere. Yeah, how do you feel? This is kind of like art related to many little detail. Too much, too much detail for you, I think, to think about it. And probably those are new things to you. If you understand and practice a little, and you will see you're different. You will see yourself different than yourself before, and then others. Other people will be behind you. You know, even your university classmates will be behind you. Yeah, this little piece also go gradually lighter and lighter. And this is gradually lighter um, because the light, right? The light make things differently. And this is kind of print on the sticker. Yeah, gradually getting 3D now. Yeah, probably you can show me how you're doing with this. Is that okay so far? Yeah, good. Ah, looks good, right? Yeah, okay. Keep doing, let's see how good you can get, like, by the end. Some people find sketch like this are boring. Some people feel fascinating. Um, yeah, I have students really enjoy that.
Mm.
But I end up actually he didn't really go this kind of artistic direction. He he's doing what I called sports, learn about the body, muscles, these kind of things.
Mm. Biology?
No, another term. Yeah, it's just how you use your muscle for sports.
Oh,
How to develop your muscle, what the yeah. Yeah, he's so interested in sketch. And he has talent too, but end up he's doing something else. On the other hand, some people not good at drawing at all. It was hard for me to train him all the time. But he end up in the architecture program.
mm.
Never say who will be who. You can smudge a little bit with finger,
Mm.
like that's just my habit. You'll have to do that. And this side too, on the bottle top, can
Mm.
do a little of that. Usually, girls doesn't like sketch, but boys are more interested.
Mm.
It's more of thinking. Boy could think a little bit logical and a little bit better at this and have fun with this.
Mm.
Yeah, on the other hand, boys are not really sensitive to colors.
Mm.
Yeah, that's reality.
Yeah.
And the bottleneck, even for the sticker there, you can do the gradual change. They're just a little bit different color with the bottle itself.
Mm.
Yeah, you choose your profession by your own interest. You don't have
Mm.
to follow anything because your instinct probably tells um, what you really feel happy doing it. Otherwise, you'll be suffering.
Mm.
My instinct is loving drawing, painting, but not designing things. That's why even in the designing world, I'm drawing, painting more. I feel more enjoyable. to do that. I didn't carry on too much, but I end up teaching. So the instinct wins by the end.
mm,
Yeah, the background is compare with the bottle. I feel the background is pretty dark, and then I'm adding the darkness, make a little bit comparison to the bottle. It's kind of closer, getting closer to the bottle
mm,
color, okay, on that side. And doing background, especially doing background, you need to make it like a bigger or longer scale of the hatching line, longer hatching line, because you want to cover that bigger area and you want the whole thing is as a whole, the background as a whole, not too much small scale and not a flat at all. It's not piecemeal, it's not piece by piece, but you better cover as bigger as you can. That's why I'm holding the pencil a little further here, not holding the pencil here anymore. The purpose is drawing bigger line. Okay, the background. Yeah, cover the background as flat as possible. A little bit table. This part is supposed to be the wall, and this is kind of flat, a table on the table. And I'm doing making the edge of the bottle coming out. And another thing people will do making mistake is kind of drawing this line, okay? Drawing this line too hard everywhere, okay? As everywhere draw the line. Okay, you shouldn't draw that too obvious, the line, or too dark, these lines, this shape line, okay? These lines, don't draw too dark. Look at what you feel. If I draw too dark in red here, you feel that's the frame. It's like a line drawing. It's not a real thing because there isn't any line on the bottle. Okay, it's not line drawing on the bottle, so you shouldn't draw a line. But you do draw a little bit the line to shape it, and then you use shading to cover it, to hide
mm,
those lines. And kind of like use the edge between dark and lighter to show the edge. The edge is making the shape coming out between the lighter one and the darker one. And these things make the edge clearly, make the shape right. And you need to fix the edge to be more accurate if you want to. And see from this part to this part, I need to, the background, I need to get the gradually feel like that's the whole thing, okay? Make not too sudden, but make it naturally transition to the other side and feel like that's the whole thing, imply the whole thing is one piece of the wall. Okay. and I'm doing really rough hatching. Actually, hatching usually just one direction, not going this and this and this, because once you do that, in the professional sketch, this side will come to darker, this come to the darker, and the next one won't really cover well. You will see the edge here, too dark. You will see the edge too dark here. So usually you just do that, and you will have brighter, lighter one on the edge. Very good to overlap with the other one. Okay, that's too much to tell. Okay, but um, yeah, whatever you can understand. Okay, yeah, the table is like changing a little bit, folding a little bit. And this is an example. I'm killing the white. Okay, I'm making the white. See, this is not really comfortable between the complete white and the dark bottle. Then I will cover a little bit. You will feel that will be helpful. Visually feel like right. That'll be different. And you can come back to make it even darker, push harder and harder. If you have sketch pencil, you can use 2B, 3B, something like that to do this part. Equally effective if you push harder. Yeah, this is double thickness of the bottom. Yeah, a little bit too fast, I think, but I'm glad you can follow the early part. Yeah, this is a little edges. Yeah, you can get to the far right. It'll be not the darkest. The darkest thing it'll be here. And then the far right by the end a little bit brighter because the reflection from the background, the table, and anything else. So it's like the darkest is here and a little bit brighter. Not not too bright. It's just a little bit different. And this is the same thing. I keep the far right a little bit bright, but just this piece getting darker. Almost time, and I keep adding next level. Um, so this is kind of like uh, glass material. So the bright thing can be suddenly bright. For the shape we drew last time, it'll be gradually bright. But you know, glass can be shining and suddenly blind our eyes. It's kind of so bright here. Can be no color at all. Such contrast only happen on glass surface. And you can do the darkest in this area. Okay. This area is the darkest. Yeah, that's the darkest area. And then a little bit gradual changes to each side, this side and this side. And some letters on the bottle. Again, don't draw the letter or pattern on the bottle sticker too clear to draw people's attention. One other part, not that kind of a level of detail. Don't do too clear. Okay, probably we can stop here. It should be already pretty okay with the drawing. Of course, later we'll get more detail done, but so far should be turned out basic 3D drawing. Okay, can I see how you're doing with that? Yeah, okay. Oh, the top I saw you shouldn't make it too dark. Yeah, the top is actually received the light. Only the side is darker. That actually is pretty 3D. You can see it's kind of magical. Yeah. Okay, all right. Good job. I'm glad you it's so easy to make this far. I thought it's harder or this deep now, but yeah, very good. See you next time. Keep the drawing, and we will do a little bit detail based on this. Just make it a little bit better. That's all. And understand all of those, then you can find like a little piece of canvas and we can paint it. When we painting will be further rough. We'll do even rougher than this, but it will look good. Okay, see
All right.
you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.